Hello folks, it's me again, it's your man Tabo, and yeah, this is another lesson on JavaScript. Now I'm gonna recap on what we did last time. I think in the last episode I introduced you to the different types of variables, the different data types, which is string, numbers, booleans. Yes, that's it. So this time I'm gonna move on to operators, and I will show you how operators work in JavaScript. Okay, let's start a new file and let's get this show on the road. Okay, I'm gonna create a new file called JavaScript lesson 02.html. Okie doke. Okay, so I'm gonna create an HTML body. There we go. Now remember last time what I said, you can create JavaScript, or you can code JavaScript in an HTML file or document, or you can do it on the console. It's up to you, but for these lessons, because this is JavaScript for web development, I'm going to be doing it on an HTML document. So operators. Now I'm just going to give you a brief explanation of what that is. So in JavaScript, we have different couple of operators. I'm going to start with the arithmetic operators. Now these are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponentiation, increment, and decrement. I will show you what that is. So I will create a script tag in which we will create a variable called num, and I will give it the value of 10, and then I will create okay, let's call it, let me just say x. This works a lot better. I'll just call it x, and then we'll create another one called y, and y will be equal to 28. And so I want to get, yes, basically what our arithmetic operators do, they are just mathematical functions where you can add variables together, you can subtract variables together, you can multiply variables together, you can divide variables by each other, and this is how it works. So I will just illustrate here what that means. Okay, I will say console.log, and then I will, okay, now this is what we call formatting. Right. What this does is that it allows me to combine strings and variables in the same line or in the same statement. I will just illustrate what that means, because basically strings and numbers are different. So in order for me to print them out in one line, then I have to concatenate them. So concatenation would be doing it like this. I would first create a string. I would say the answer is equal, and then I would say plus x plus y. Alright, and this is what it would display. The answer is 38, which means x plus y, 10 plus 28 is equals to 38. This is called concatenation, right? I am combining this string and this equation right here, these two variables. Otherwise, without this, then this is what you would get. You would get an error. The answer is not a function, because it does not recognize what is happening here. You know, it does not know, okay, what do you want me to do with this thing? This is a string and these are variables. So yeah, the machine is confused. So you will get an error. So in order to combine a string and a variable, then this is how you would do it. This is called concatenation. And so formatting is basically being able to do that, to apply the same principle but in a different way. So this is how you would do it. You say the answer is equal, and then you say $, curly braces, and then you would say x plus, then you say $, again, curly braces, y. You see? Okay, now what this did is it took the variable 10 and then it said plus 28, so it gives you the value of both. Now what I want to do is to add them together, of course. So this is how I would do it. I would say inside the curly braces plus y, and then save that. Say the answer is 38. So basically I did not have to do the concatenation in the traditional sense. I just use this way, which is called formatting. Both ways work. You can choose for yourself which one works best for you, but just to make you aware that you have this option. Okay, so this is the addition operator. Right, this is how it works. Simple mathematics, I'm sure you understand. And then the next one would be, say I'll just copy this. I will show you the subtraction operator. So instead of plus, no, instead of we say minus, and we see what this gives us. So the answer is minus 18, right? If we were to switch it around and say y x, the answer would be equal to 18. So we're gonna do another one, and we'll say, okay, instead of that, then we'll do multiplication. So the answer is 280. So that is 10 times 28 is 280. Like I said, simple mathematics. And then this one will be, we'll use the division. There we go. So 10 divided by 28 gives you 0.357. And then the other one would be exponentiation. Basically what that means is, this is how you would do exponentiation. Say Control V. Okay, I'll just copy this again. Say x, or rather I will say y. And then for exponentiation you use double asterisk and then x. So what this means is that it will take 28 and it will exponentiate it by 10. So it will take y and it will exponentiate it by this value. So basically this is 28 to the power 10. And that would be, lots and lots of numbers. We could make it simple by using different, let's say, I'll say p is equals to, let's say 2, just simple 2, and then let O equal, O is equal to 5, right? So we will use that. We will say O exponentiated by 2, no, exponentiated by p, excuse me, 25, right? Simple. So this is what that means. Now we're gonna talk about increment. Now what incrementing is, it's basically taking a number and then adding 1 to it. So for instance, x is equal to 10. If I say x plus plus, then it will make the value of x 11, because it will take the current value and then it will just add 1 to it, and then x will equal to 11. So I will illustrate that with an example. I'll say I'll say z equal x, but first I have to increment x. So I'll say x plus plus and then close it like that. And then here I will copy one of these and then I will print it out on our console, and then I will say console, the answer is z. I'll just do this, and now we will see what the value of z is. 11. I'll just write here so that this is clear. I'll say the value of z, the value of z equals 11. You see, I said z is equals to x, which has been incremented. And so I can illustrate the same idea with decrement. Now, I mean, if you understand what this means, then you can already predict what x minus minus will mean. It will mean 9, because it will take x and then it will minus 1 from it, or subtract 1 from it, and then it will give you what's left off, which will be 9. So I will illustrate this again by creating another variable, and I'll call it q. I'll say q equals to, this time we will use y. But first we have to decrement y. Say y minus minus, and let's see, at the moment y is equals to 28. So I will do this again, and I will say q, and I'll just copy this. Yes, and I'll say q. Okay, so let's see what this gives us. The value of q. Yes, sorry, I think this, I forgot to increase size, but why is it not increasing now? Okay, so I hope this is clear enough. Yes, I think I can't go any further than that. So this is what we've been doing, right? If you look at all of these, let me also make this, excuse me, I forgot to do this when I was beginning the lesson. Please forgive me for this. I hate it when it does that. Okay. So these are the operators, right? We've done a plus operator, minus, done the multiplication, division, exponentiation, increment, and decrement. So this is how it works. So in a nutshell, this is what it is. Oh yes, I forgot one operator, the modulus. How could I forget the modulus? Now what this means is that it will give you the remainder of a number. So if I say console.log, let's say y. Okay, let's see what I'll say. This is equal, sorry man, sometimes the modulus is 0. This is what it does. Okay, basically y divided by p, it just means 28 divided by 2. What the modulus does, it gives you the remainder after the division. So if you divide 28 by 2, there is no remainder because 28 is an even number and 2 is an even number. So there is no remainder. But prior to that, it gave us 1 because y was equals to 27. And so 27 is definitely not an even number. So in that case, the remainder will be 1. Okay. So basically that's what modulus does. So in a nutshell, this is what we've covered, and this should be pretty simple stuff. So I hope you get that. And yeah, the other operators that I would talk about next would be the assignment operators. So I will leave that for the next lesson. So you can play around with these, and once you get the hang of it, then I will come to the next one. So until then, I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and we will see each other again in the next session. Peace out, yo. If you thought this video was good and helpful, please press that like button. For any questions or input, just remember to leave a comment. And if you want to see more videos like this, then subscribe to my channel and I'll keep more stuff coming your way.